Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football, a Love Story, and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. This week versus the Cleveland Browns, we're going to show you how St. Louis can get the football in the hands of one of their tremendous playmakers, Tavon Austin, on a counter play coming from the slot position. They do a great job in finding creative ways to get him the football. I'm going to show you how they can do so and take advantage of an over-aggressive defensive front seven in Cleveland. You see right here we have Tavon Austin lined up tight to the line of scrimmage, but in the slot enough to where they're going to think this play is going front side with the lead or ISO, but what we're going to do, we're going to pull the backside guard and the backside tackle, lead them around, and have Tavon Austin follow them around and hopefully run the daylight. And how we're going to block it up here, it's simple. This guy is uncovered, so we're going to block everything back. We're going to have this center work up to the backer, block it back. We're going to have this guy block back on his nose. We're going to have this tackle bypass the 5-tech work up to the backer, block him. We're going to have the tight end block down on the 5-tech. We want to wash everything this way because we're coming back front side with these 2 big guys and Tavon Austin leading the way. And how we're going to keep the backside backer and the 5-tech at bay, everything is going weak side ISO. So we're going to show weak side run here with the fullback. Hopefully he gets entertained by both the backer and the 5-tech. We're also going to have the tailback show action this way as well, because what we're going to do as we open out, we're going to hand the football off to Tavon Austin right here on the counter. Since he's the closest guy to where we're going to go, he's going to kick out that backer, boom. And the tackle is going to lead him in the hole, hopefully blocking first threat, which could either be the corner or the safety. Tavon Austin takes the handoff and follows that big offensive lineman in the hole and hopefully run the daylight. And this is one way, I think, when you look at what St. Louis does well, they already find ways to utilize Austin in a creative way. I think utilizing him this way versus Cleveland could lead to a big play on the ground.
Is a very interesting game. My X factor for the Rams is going to be Todd Gurley. He's definitely a factor in this game just because of what the Browns have been doing against the run. They're giving up 149 yards rushing per game. Todd Gurley continuing to work his way back from that knee injury a couple weeks ago. Very, very good game against the Cardinals, and I expect Todd Gurley to come out and have a good game against the Browns this week. Browns run defense is not good, so I think Gurley will be the X factor for the Rams. For the Browns, the X factor I believe is going to be Gary Barnidge, the tight end. He's a big play guy, averaging over 15 yards per catch. I believe it's 5 touchdowns on the year. I think that he's going to be the one that will be able to get open and make plays against this Rams secondary. He's become a favorite target of Josh McCown, and these two are connecting and doing an awesome job. He's going to be my X factor tight end, Gary Barnidge. As far as the score is concerned, this is a tough game to call, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Rams 24-17.
Coaching points for Cleveland. They've been competitive, but still not winning games. If I'm the coach, I really need to figure out what I have in my backup quarterback. Beyond that, I need to look for ways to get the ball into the hands of my tight end and allow him to continue to move the chains for me. If I'm St. Louis, the name of the game is pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. We know that Cleveland doesn't take pressure well. Their offense folds under pressure. And so if I'm St. Louis, I'm looking to dial up the same game plan as Denver had, which is the pressure, 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 and try to get after them. I think in the end, St. Louis comes out on top. The score, 24-14.
And one of the big surprises of the year, the Cleveland Browns are literally playing even with all their competition. They just haven't pushed out the victories like we expect them to. And they're traveling against a Rams team that they might have the light finally coming on for them. Now for the Cleveland Browns, I'm going to start Gary Barnidge. It doesn't seem like the sexy pick. He's not the tight end you expect. He's not Rob Gronkowski or Jimmy Graham. but he is quietly the second best fantasy tight end in the entire game from a statistics standpoint. As far as a sit, it's going to be Isaiah Crowell. Again, that running game is still not getting the job done, and Josh McCown is actually throwing the ball around the yard a little more than expected. Playing good football, actually. A start for the St. Louis Rams, it's going to be Todd Gurley. It has to be Todd Gurley. He is their best player, period, on the offensive side of the ball, even with Tavon Austin on their roster. As far as a sit, it's going to be Jared Cook. Jared Cook is not getting balls thrown to him. My sleeper is Josh McCown. Look, if you got guys on a bye week like Andy Dalton, McCown is putting up solid numbers, getting the ball where it needs to get, and he throws the ball quite a bit. Final score in this one is the Rams pulling it out, 17-14.